Tune in to Travel Pro TV, sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Host Connie Wallace and guests discuss everything travel from local to global. Now, here's Connie and today's guest.
Welcome to Travel Pro TV. I'm your host, Connie Wallace, and after nearly 30 years in the travel industry, it's so great to be able to reconnect with friends, and I have one with me today, so I'm really excited that our guest today is Roxanne Steele from Royal Caribbean.
Hi,
welcome,
Connie.
Roxanne.
Hi, thanks for having me.
It's so great to see you.
Good.
It's been a long time. I know we've been chatting in between, but let's get right to business. So let's talk about Royal Caribbean.
Yes.
What's new? They've been around for so long, and they're so popular. I have been on many Royal Caribbean cruises, but not for a while. How many ships do you have
Oh my
now?
gosh, so we have 30 ships now. Well, we will have 30 ships when they all are officially out. But yeah, so we're excited because we are going to be introducing our second Icon class ship in, oh my gosh, it's going to be coming up here in August. So super excited about that.
Wow, so tell our viewers what an Icon class ship is.
Okay, so this is the largest ship in the world. So it holds 7,500 guests.
Oh my goodness.
It is the best family vacation ever. It really became, not just because I work for Royal Caribbean, but it just has become my favorite ship of all time here at this point. So yeah, I don't know, it just has everything one could possibly ask. So
and we're seeing this footage right now, and it looks like a floating theme park.
It is amazing. It is a floating, yeah, absolutely. It has the largest water park at sea. We've got 7 pools that are on board.
7 pools.
7 pools. Amazing entertainment. So really, when you think about cruising, you do think about that amazing entertainment that you're going to get on board.
I know they do have amazing entertainment.
Featuring, yes, on this ship we're featuring The Wizard of Oz, which is on the Icon, and we're featuring Back to the Future, the hit musical, on Star of the Seas. That'll be out in August. So again, just all of the aqua shows that are on there, the ice skating that you'll find on board.
Ice skating on a cruise ship.
Tons, yes. So lots
incredible.
of, yeah. So it is a floating resort. It does become a great family vacation. And even if you're not, if you don't have the children either, I mean, it's a great vacation for everybody because there's so many different areas to go. On the Icon class, kind of what we took on also off of the Oasis class, we have these distinctive neighborhoods. So there's 8 distinctive neighborhoods, and every place that you can go to, everyone kind of finds their little nook and cranny of where they want to go and enjoy and take in. So.
And speaking of family vacations, I know that kids and parents love Royal Caribbean, but there, I know, are great, really wonderful kids programs too.
Yes.
So I always like to say that parents can have their kids with them the whole time,
right,
or as little as they want, because they just see them for dinner.
Well, and we always say, right, as long as the kids are happy, the parents are happy.
That's right.
So it's all good, or the grandparents are happy. So we have this wonderful Adventure Ocean Youth program. So it runs from ages 3 to 17. We do also take care of the littles if they're on for like any type of babysitting services, after hours and things like that. But you can feel safe and secure to leave your kids with our Adventure Ocean Youth counselors. Though they have at least a 4-year degree in some sort of childhood education. So again, you can feel that safety and knowing that they're in a good place and they're making good friends. And they truly do forget who mom, dad, grandma, grandpa are all the way around. So you kind of need to say, can you please make sure you come to dinner? Because I'd like to see your lovely face.
My children.
Yes, I mean, my son.
Right.
I think 13 is the key. The teens is the key where you literally do not see your kid ever. And then when you're walking on the ship and they're passing you and they literally don't look at you because they're like, I don't know who they are. I don't know who they are.
All these new friends.
Yes.
And they're having the time of their life.
And they look at their watch and they're like, okay, Mom, we're sitting down to dinner. Okay, Mom, so I've got 30 minutes because I need to get to Flow Rider for the teen Flow Rider, or the movie night, or ice skating, or whatever it may be, rock climbing, you name it, they're doing it. And then the same thing for the little kids. If we've got this, called my family time dining. So the parents can eat with the family, and then you can make arrangements with our Adventure Ocean Youth program, and they can come and pick up the kids and whisk them away so you can enjoy your dessert afterwards and have coffee or go out or whatever it is.
And then there are a lot of things to do after dinner too for the adults. So let's talk about the adults for a minute.
Yes.
So What is there to do on the ship after dinner?
We love to say whether you're 3 or 93, there's something to do for everybody. So, whether you want to take in a good, like we were talking about, The Wizard of Oz or a wonderful Broadway style show.
Those really are Broadway style.
Yes. So
Yes.
we've got all of that. So that as far as seeing the shows are concerned, we've got, depending on the music that you love, if you like Latin music, if you want to sit at a pub and listen to an acoustic guitarist or do the sing-along piano bar, dancing until 2 in the morning. And of course, you can't forget the casinos. So there's just a little bit of everything everywhere that you can do. So you're never going to be bored. Unless you want to be bored, I guess.
Unless you want to be bored and you want to lie around one of those 7 pools and read a book.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
Which is also a beautiful thing to do too. So
yeah. So let's talk about itineraries.
Okay.
Because I know you have so many different ones.
Yes.
Is there anything new and exciting that you would like to talk about?
Oh gosh, so for the itineraries, I mean, as Royal Caribbean is
Obviously
our name,
Caribbean.
right? So easily 80% of our business is to the Caribbean. So again, our ships are doing the Eastern and Western Caribbean. We've got a lot of great Southern Caribbean itineraries out there. I know even just out of the Northeast, it's super convenient for people to leave out of Cape Liberty, New Jersey, and Baltimore. But of course, we're covering the entire United States that you can certainly enjoy. Europe is so popular out there. We're covering Alaska, so you can do Alaska cruise
you
tours.
do Alaska too.
Yep, we do the Alaska cruise tours. Canada, New England, we do, all of it. All of it
and
is
that
just so
Canada,
popular.
New England cruise is such a great itinerary. We've done it a couple of times.
Yeah.
And living here, of course, it's different for us, and you have a different perspective when you go to these different ports.
Yes, yeah.
And
we live in a
it's just
beautiful
great.
area up here in the Northeast. I think we do take it for granted a lot of the
think so, too.
times, and then you do
Yeah,
go up there and
I
you're like,
agree.
oh gosh, it is so incredibly vibrant,
It
and
is.
everything else that's going with it.
And Alaska. So what is the Alaska season? Is it May through September?
Correct.
So
Yeah, May
people
through
know?
September, and we've got our ships either leaving out of Seattle. So if you just want to do a Seattle run for 7 nights, you can do that. But if you do have a little extra time, we do have our ships that are leaving out. We have the Radiance of the Seas this year. We've got the Ovation. We've got one of our newest ships leaving out of doing the northbound, southbound, I should say, for Alaska. And really, that is probably the way to do it if you've got the budget and the time to really expand upon that and hop on a nice cruise tour.
Everyone should go to Alaska at least once. So
Gotta
we're
be
going
on
to
your
take a
bucket
quick
list.
break right now. That's right. It is a bucket list
Yeah.
item. We're going to go to a quick break right now. We're Travel Pro TV, and we're with Roxanne Steele of Royal Caribbean. Be right back.
Back to Travel Pro TV with your host, Connie Wallace, and today's guest. Travel Pro TV is proudly sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Now, here's Connie.
Welcome back to Travel Pro TV. And if anyone would like to book a Royal Caribbean cruise, of course, you can call our title sponsor, World Travel Inc., at our dedicated toll-free number. So back to our guest, Roxanne Steele from Royal Caribbean. There's so many things to talk about regarding Royal Caribbean, so many exciting things. So some innovative features, and I was saying this earlier, and the guys in the studio here couldn't believe it, include a first ever skydiving simulator at sea.
Right.
How does that work?
We have incredible experiences on board. We like to think we're one of the most innovative cruise lines out there. And really each year we just kind of come out with new different ideas that are going on board the ship. So some of them being like our Ripcord by iFly. So when we introduced the Quantum class ships, we introduced Ripcord by iFly. So it is just that if
What
those
does
of
that
you
mean?
pretty much you're suiting yourself up and you've got your Ripcord by iFly professional there that's able to help you feel like you're skydiving and you feel like you're getting the best 1 minute facelift ever.
I would love that.
You wish it could last
It looks
forever.
so much better.
So that lasts for a hot second, but so Ripcord by iFly. We have our Innovative on the Quantum class. We also have our North Star that goes up. So it's this arm that goes up that you get this beautiful 360-degree views on board our ships. We've got the oldie but goodie that we came out with a long, long time ago with the rock climbing
The rock climbing wall
walls.
that
We've got
kids and adults love.
kids and yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
We've got zip lining. So if you're on the Oasis class ships, you've got the zip lining.
Does that go from one end of the ship to the other?
Not that crazy. No. We're right over the boardwalk section of the area, but it's so great if you've never done it before. You kind of do that nice little test drive dive with the zip lining, and then you can land in one of the islands and do something in Jamaica or in Labadee or whatever it may be. So it's all good. So as far as the zip lining is
truly
concerned.
unbelievable. The world's tallest water slide at sea.
You've got exactly. We've got the incredible water parks on board. We've got the water slides. We've got the Abyss, which is our largest, we call our largest dry slide. It's 10 stories. Well, whatever. It goes from the top deck right down to our boardwalk area.
Do adults do those too?
The adults do. I've done it. I scream my bloody guts out down the whole way down that slide right down to the boardwalk. So so crazy fun. I like it because it is a dry slide, so you don't have to worry about being in your bathing suit.
Oh, it's a dry slide.
A dry slide.
Okay.
What are the little fun things? We've got the bumper cars. So again, bumper cars are on board. We just have these nice transformational venues that you can do these incredible activities on board. Crown's Edge is on the icon, so you might see the logo that we have on the opposite side, the outside of our ship anyway, and then you're basically walking the edge of it on the outer part of the ship and then zip lining back onto it. So lots of crazy fun experiences that you can certainly enjoy. And then the oldies but goodies like the flow rider and the miniature golfing and ice skating and all that good stuff. I mean, so seriously, no one could really go bored at all.
No.
Again, we say whether you're 3 or 93, you're going to enjoy something on board. So
that 3 to 93 means, of course, all generations, and there's something for everyone. Right. Including great dining. So let's talk about the dining a little bit.
Oh my goodness. So food is like my favorite subject. Yes, hello. Yeah,
Me
so
too.
Food is my favorite subject. So I think the important thing, especially if you're a first-time cruiser, is just to know that when you're traveling and cruising on Royal Caribbean, that you don't have to worry about putting your hand in your pocket to worry about eating. So you're going to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu items in your main dining room, which is absolutely fantastic. I mean, you truly can pick and choose off of a beautiful menu. Every single night it changes up. So it's quite lovely. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner menu, or breakfast, lunch, and dinner in Windjammer, which is our buffet. So again, eat till your heart's content. And then we'll have all of our other little complimentary areas. And depending on the ship you're on, or as larger they go, the more food options they certainly are. But from pizza that you can have until 2:30 in the morning or whatever after you're done dancing or hanging out, to just grab and go kind of sandwiches and desserts. And we've got El Loco Fresh, which you can enjoy, which is if you love, chips and guac and burritos and tacos and all that good stuff too. And then your basic
specialty
burgers.
restaurants
And
as
then
well.
you've got the specialty restaurants, yeah. So you can certainly go complimentary the whole way. But if you're looking for something a little bit more special, a little bit more intimate, you can certainly do those dinings where you're having the steakhouse or the Italian food or seafood or hibachi and sushi, things like that. That it's ongoing and for a minimal cost, but delicious.
And a minimal cost really is the key phrase, because people who are not familiar with the specialty dining may think, oh, well, that costs extra though. But it is so little.
Right.
So
yes.
an average of the cost, the upcharge for specialty dining.
Lunch, like I would just say for Giovanni's, if you're going to do lunch, I would say it's like $25, $50 for dinner. And again, I mean, when you're going out to eat these days, I feel like
it's
I'm running,
$300 and up.
Yes,
right.
it definitely
It's
there's
not
definitely
$50.
a nice little price tag or whatever. So and then there's always dining plans. So if you do know that you want to eat in specialty restaurants, you just book ahead and do the dining packages and get a discount.
So there's dining plans. There are drink packages as well.
Drink packages, absolutely. So drink packages are there that if I know a lot of times people say, oh, I'm not drinking a whole lot. A lot of times it's a little different when you get on a vacation and the sun is beaming down and you got the the ocean there and everything else. So it is just kind of nice to maybe just have that all included. So you can certainly do that if you like. Again, you can purchase that ahead of time and get a nice little discount too with our both the dining and the beverage packages, which is great.
And speaking of those kind of things like discounts, I know that you have a special offer for this month of May 2025.
Yes.
So let's tell our viewers what that is.
So we've got, for the month of May, we've got the buy one, get one 60% off the second guest.
Wow.
And then kids sale free. Also, well, and we love to think kids sale free, but it's going to be on the off-peak season, so not to get everyone too, I don't want to say too crazy excited, but you think of summer when you think of kids, so or the spring break. So peak season is off dibs for that, but kids sale free on those the other time frames that wouldn't be necessarily summer.
Yes.
But and then of course in between that you definitely want to connect with your World Travel Advisor.
Of course,
and just
So
to look for
the-
some different specials
The
that are
May
going on.
special, that is buy one, get one 60% off,
Yes.
can be booked through World Travel Inc. And I think we have the dedicated number on the
Yes.
screen, or we will in a minute.
Yes.
And of course, they're our title sponsor, and they are specialists in terms of Royal Caribbean.
They absolutely are
They're
preferred with us.
Travel
and
advisors know everything about it.
Yes, and they're
And
being a preferred with us, they also get a nice little special too. So if you're doing like a
That's right.
balcony,
That's
so if
right.
you do a balcony 7-night or longer, you are getting speaking of dining, you're getting a dining package for 2. And
see,
then
those are the great
Yes.
things that you get when
Yeah.
you work with a travel agency such as World Travel Inc.
Yes.
And their preferred suppliers.
Right, they get those nice
So-
little perks. So whether it's a dining for 2, or if you're doing a suite or above, you're going to do dining for 2 plus a spa certificate, which is again
Oh,
nice little
that's
way
very
to
nice.
pamper yourself.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
lots of good things. And at the end of the day, it's a whole complete value that you're going to get on a Royal Caribbean cruise vacation.
It is, and there's lots more to talk about, but we have to take a quick
Okay.
break, and we'll be right back at Travel Pro TV.
Back to Travel Pro TV with your host, Connie Wallace, and today's guest. Travel Pro TV is proudly sponsored by World Travel Inc. and their preferred suppliers. Now, here's Connie.
Welcome back to Travel Pro TV and my guest, Roxanne Steele from Royal Caribbean. And there's so much to talk about.
There is. I need more time, Connie.
You need to come back.
I will.
So, tell our viewers about Coco Cay.
I know. So this is our private island, voted best private island out there. So in the running, we're so super excited about it. It's all about the thrills and the chills. You can just kind of chillax on one side and just do nothing at all, or we're docked right there at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, as we love to say. You'll start singing the little
Perfect
jingo,
Day at
right?
Coco Cay.
Exactly.
Okay.
And then of course we've got the thrill size. So for all ages, really. I mean, the kids specifically. I will say I've done this crazy water slides and everything, but that's all the whole water slide area that is handled like a shore excursion, basically. But it's all of the thrill and all of the crazy slides and activity that's going on in that area. And then we just opened up Hideaway Beach, which is our adults only, so 18 and over. If you want to go there, if you're like looking to not really
I like that.
deal with any children at all, it's all good. So yeah, so that is Perfect Day at Coco Cay, the best private island out there, which we're so super excited about. So.
And then Royal Beach Club,
Yes.
that's coming. And what's that?
Yeah, so again, with Royal Caribbean's focus, we're, aside from putting these great state-of-the-art, cruise ships that are out there coming out one after another, we're now really kind of focusing in on that destination style too. So of course we have Perfect Day Coco Cay, and in December we're going to be opening up our Royal Caribbean Beach Club in Nassau. Crazy excited about that. We're going to have the music, the food, the drinks. So it's going to be handled like an all-inclusive essentially. So that'll be a shore excursion. We haven't had the prices out yet for it. That should be coming out in the next couple of weeks. But we'll have the Bahamian artisans there too. So if anyone wants to buy anything from the locals, you can do
Souvenirs,
that. Absolutely.
authentic
So
souvenirs.
that'll be our first beach club, and then we're going to be opening up in 2026 our Royal Caribbean Beach Club in Cozumel. So that'll be happening on the western point of Cozumel. And then in 27, we're going to have Perfect Day Mexico happening, which will be landed right there in Costa Maya. So all crazy good things happening destination-wise for anyone that's looking to plot out where they want to go.
About, and so much excitement.
Yes.
So just quickly, let's tell the viewers again about the special offer for May 2025
Yes.
through World Travel Inc.
Yep, so that is the buy one, get one 60% off, the second guest, and then kids sail free for select sailing dates. And so that's going for the whole month of May, and you just want to make sure you check in between, because a lot of times we'll have little special promotions in between to give you the best pricing.
So I would say check monthly with
Yes.
World Travel Inc.
Yep.
The dedicated toll-free number is right on our screen, because they will always know what the special offers
Correct.
are.
Correct.
And again, with World Travel Inc., you get extra things too.
Yes, you do get the
Yes.
extra things. You get the dining package for, you get, well, I shouldn't say dining package, but you get dining for 2 if you're doing a 7-night or longer in a balcony.
And no one should do less than 7 nights.
Correct. I mean, gosh, if you do the little short cruises,
No,
you're
no,
like,
no.
please let me
I'm
stay longer.
a firm believer. People who have never been on a cruise always think,
Yeah.
I've never been on a cruise before, so I'll do a 3-night just to see how I like it.
Yes.
There's really, you can't tell by 3 nights.
You can. You're
You
just
need to do the 7
getting
nights.
to know how to get back to your stateroom. I think
Exactly,
is
exactly.
how it is.
By
So
3 days, you still won't know where you are.
It is. I mean,
No.
at the end of the day, it is an incredible floating resort. You get this incredible value. So with all your meals, your entertainment, your activities, all included with the price of a cruise, you can't beat it. The cruise, a Royal Caribbean cruise vacation comes together at nighttime because then you do have so many options of what you want to do. Again, as we were saying, taking in a show or just listening to good music, live music, that type of thing, going dancing and all the good stuff that goes with it. But it just comes all together. And every night literally can be a different night that you're experiencing. Or again, whether you want to do it all or nothing at all, that's really the choice of that individual, and it's just an incredible value. You can't beat it at all.
It really is. And you can go and visit all these beautiful and fascinating ports, and you don't have to pack and unpack.
Right. The ease, the convenience. Yes, exactly. I mean, it's like I said.
You have everything done for you, all your meals. There's no laundry, no making the bed, no cooking.
You want to take your wait staff with you because then you've just been pampered the whole time because they know exactly what you
get home
love.
and you're like,
what's happening?
why isn't anybody waiting on me?
Where's vacation? And I know I didn't gain any weight during that whole entire time. I'm sure that didn't happen at all. So it's all good.
Well, this has been so great. And I just have a couple of things that I wanted to mention before we end because we only have a few seconds left. So for our viewers, if you go to Facebook and like Travel Pro TV and comment on our Facebook page with a travel question, we may actually read it on the air. Thanks, Roxanne from Royal Caribbean.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks, as always, to World Travel Inc.